too long, we've only had ugly people up in here, and that includes Evan Golden. No girls, no female wrestlers. Tonight we have our first female wrestler who also wrestles males, so she's an
Yeah.
equal. He beat you up.
Mm-hmm.
We welcome in the notorious one, BBJ. How you doing tonight?
What's up? How's it going?
Well, us, we're just trying not to look bad here because we got all this gray going and stuff. So
I have the
hey,
hat on. That's why I have gray hair. That's why I put the hat on.
you got to cover up
Totally
what you can
gray
cover while you can. Hey,
hair.
first question I wanted to ask, and I know you've been around the world, kind of CrossFit, around the world of wrestling. What finally made you go, "Hey, I want to do this"?
Oh man. So I didn't grow up watching wrestling. I was just kind of introduced to it. So I used to be married to this guy who is best friends with Conrad Thompson, and their best buddies were, we all live in Huntsville. They had this crazy idea to start doing wrestling conventions. It's called Starcast. So they
Yeah.
were into it, and Conrad was having these wrestlers over, so I'd meet them and like, oh, that's an awesome world. So I started helping out at Starcast. Like I would do talent help, um, just like all the behind the scenes stuff. All that stuff.
Hey, dogs always
Yeah,
welcome. We're
that's what
playing.
I do. Have a lot of dogs. Yeah, and I'm big into CrossFit, and CrossFit is big into like community, and I could see such a like close relationship with CrossFit and the wrestling community. It's like you got fitness, you just got I mean, it accepts everybody, and everybody can relate to something. Like, oh, they can all, like somebody in England can relate to somebody in Alabama about like, oh, I saw this match years ago, and they can talk about it, and it's so cool. And I've seen it just like change so many lives because they can just feel like they can connect to people. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then when I was doing talent work, they're like, oh, are you a wrestler? I was like, no. It's like, oh, you should try. I was like, maybe. I mean, I'm big into just doing things. And one of my Olympic lifting coaches was friends with a trainer here in town, Barry Koloff at Rocket City Championship Wrestling. So, I think that was 2.5 years ago. I just showed up for a training day, and of course thinking, oh, okay, I do CrossFit. How bad could it be? And like I think I took like 30 or 40 hip tosses. It was like brutal. So yeah, I've been doing that ever since. Like I just got addicted to it, just like CrossFit, because it was just like I love the competitiveness. I like the showmanship, the entertainment part. Like it's just a world that I fell in love with. Now I'm like watching old matches and like getting myself familiar with all the like. My trainer is very old school, so he's always sending me matches like Stan Hansen and Rock and Roll Express and like all those people. So my style is more like an like 80s, 90s Southern wrestler, male wrestler.
Yeah, yeah. I've been able to watch a few, and uh, to say you're not. Let me find the right word. Very physical style. That you said it. That southern. You lay it in, and is that something you take? Is that something you take real pride in because
Oh yeah.
of your trainer?
Yes, yeah. Like I one of my first tag partners was Action Mike Jackson. And if he's still doing it, still entertaining people at 75, I was like, I want to do that. So that's really why I really like, even though that's why I started doing that, I still want to keep leaning into that. And it's still like, I still entertain people. Maybe I'm not doing the cool like lucha stuff, but I like it. And just being from the South, I still want to keep that in my style because it's like, I mean, people like it.
You had Mike Jackson come up, by the way, so
Yep.
that, that we might need to reach out to Mike at some point since
Yeah, he's an awesome person.
Uh, Howie, I'll come to you after this question. Which do you prefer, a female on female contest or female male? I'm going to say something I usually don't say. I actually like your female male matches. I think they're able to support you a little better in that role. Do you like male female or does it matter to you?
Um, it doesn't matter to me. Typically, the males that I have wrestled have had more experience, and I'm able to do a little bit more. Like, it's just, I wish there were more females in wrestling around here, but there isn't. And like, especially the style I do is different. They're used to probably working men that are bigger, and yeah, it's different. I mean, I've just recently wrestled Kaya, and she was awesome. Like the best girl I ever worked, and that was.
We might need to get you up to school of Morton with the Page sisters.
I actually am planning to go up there next month for a Santino seminar.
Really?
Yes.
Joseph Hughes just popped in. He's part of that Santino. He is one of the voices of the School of Morton.
Oh, really? That's awesome. Well, hopefully see you up there at April 5th, I think.
I think it is.
Yeah. I heard
All
Kenzie was training, and I was like, I would love to wrestle Kenzie.
Oh, that's our ultimate. We've been trying to get somehow. We've had Casey Casana, who's one of the other trainers, so we're trying to use connection to get Kenzie on here. So that's like our we're trying to get booked with Kenzie too. So
yeah.
We know how you feel. Howie, take it away, man.
We're just trying to get more females involved in wrestling because we know that they're out there. They just need to come on out of the woodshed there and just talk to us about it.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you didn't watch wrestling growing up.
No.
I'm going to ask this question, and you may not have an answer, and that's fine if you don't.
Okay.
But who did you look up, or who would you be looking up to as far as other wrestlers?
Recently, I've been watching a lot of Ricky Steamboat stuff.
There you go.
Like, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I've been taking some of his little shine and comebacks, and I've been making it kind of tailored to me, but I'm still like, okay, this is definitely Steamboat move, but I'm like making it a little bit me. I think I had like one match with a guy at TWE. His name was Damon Stryker, and it was like just all like I did like a sting splash. He did like a flare bump. Like it was just all the great stuff in this one match. Just like it was awesome.
Not stealing it, call it tributes.
Yes, it was all tributes. Like, yeah, we know this is not ours, but you know, it's like having cameos in movies. You're like, look at that.
So you haven't been in it, but what, 2.5 years? I think you said a little bit earlier, and you kind of spoke about how you got into it. So, how big of a difference is it between the cross training, CrossFit, and wrestling?
Yes. So the similarities, body awareness. So there's gymnastics and CrossFit, and of course there's gymnastics and wrestling. So there was that crossover. Being able to fall like unnaturally is definitely so unique to wrestling. That was a big hurdle, and of course, like contact, like CrossFit, you're never, working against somebody or with somebody. It's pretty much a solo sport, even though you're head-to-head competition. But for the conditioning, that has definitely helped. The similar conditioning. It's a lot of like go, rest, go, rest. So the same kind of tempo, little hit style. So that had really helped me. Like we still do conditioning in training, but I was already primed. Like, okay, my first few matches I was gassed, like cause just the adrenaline's going. But yeah, the CrossFit's really helped me from not getting blown up, despite how nervous I may be.
Speaking of your first match, who was your very first match?
Chase Owens. So I was a little spoiled. He had like his brother was fixing to go to, I think, not Kuwait, but he was being shipped off for war. And yeah, he was spending some time at Rocket City. So he trained us and he was doing some matches. Like, all right, here's your first match. And I was like, it's actually pretty decent. They were kind of like, after that one, it was downhill. But yeah, it was for my first singles match, it was pretty solid.
That match, and I didn't know it was your first match. We actually have it posted on our website. But I saw you wrestling Chase, and I was like, hey, I want to put this one up. I'm going to link that one. So the YouTube is up. Anybody wants to go to River and see Chase and Notorious, you can go watch that match right now.
Yes, he is.
In
yeah,
the 2.5 years.
Too.
I'm sorry, yeah. In the 2.5 years you've been in it, what's the hardest bump, I guess you could say, or the most surprising bump that you've taken so far?
Most surprising bump. Dang, I don't know. I mean, we learned pile drivers this week. That's pretty cool.
You don't hear that very often. Hey, we learned how to pile drive this week. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, suplexes, like, oh, well, okay, now I think of it. It was during a tag match, and I took a suplex from a dude that's like 6'8". And so I was just suspended in the air for so long, and then it felt like forever. I was like, are we ever going to touch this ever? So that was the wildest, thinking like, where am I? Are we ever going to touch the mat?
So you talking about tag team matches? Of course, you just talk about a mixed tag.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do a lot of them, or would you rather it be ladies against ladies?
I like mixed tags just because, I mean, I like wrestling the boys. I feel like I can go harder on the men. Like, not saying like women are hard. It's just like mentally, it's just like there's no mental block. Like, I don't know. I just like to hit a man harder than a lady. It's like subconsciously, I just want to hit a man.
Well, we probably deserve it, to be honest. So there you go. You got me off my train of thought after saying that. Randy, take over for a second. Let me get my train of thought back.
Yeah.
Hey, you kind of answered my question that I was getting to earlier, but let's talk about your journey. I know you started at Rocket City, and I've noticed lately you've took a lot of Chattanooga bookings.
Yes.
Which Chattanooga bookings 2 miles from my house. I didn't know, so I'll check you out next time you're there. We'll get to go be a fan.
Awesome. So after I was doing a few matches, like feeling a little comfortable, like I would do Rocket City, then I would do Spartan. It's sort of the same people. Like O'Hagan kind of like really helps me through it. And I was training with Adam Priest for a little bit, and he was like, all right, I think you're ready for TWE. So he's like, gave me my name to Dylan and Jaden Newman over there. Dylan Hales and Jana Newman. And check her out. And I just showed up for a Monday crash course, which is like primarily students. And been doing it since. So they put me on some Saturday shows, and it's been so awesome. Like, and then that's led to some action shows in Georgia. So it's really like opened up a lot of opportunities for me.
Jaden, world class. I mean, he travels all over the world, and that's what for you to accomplish your goals, you really. I mean, I know Rocket City's home, but you really got to spread your wings a little bit.
Yes.
To booking, get the experience you need.
Yes, I know. It's easy to stay in my comfort zone. Yeah, to really get better, you have to get out there and go for it. Like I just showed up not knowing anybody. I was so nervous. I was like, all right, like Alyssa X also came from Rocket City, has gone there, and is like, all right, don't worry about it. They'll help you. And they really have. Like my matches may not have been the greatest there, but they give me like the best critique, and they just want everybody to succeed there.
So you're still taking advantage of places that offer training and live matches like TWE. I heard you dropped in. You said,
"Oh yeah."
What do you get out of the training at different places?
With anything, like you can always learn. Like you'll know. My personal opinion, you're never done training. Like there's always going to be something you can learn from anybody. Yeah, so I like if there's an opportunity to train with somebody that I may have a match for, well, that match is going to be even better. That I can feel them out and train, like, because I'm still green, and it makes my matches a lot better if I can interact with a person. Of course, like I said, like you can always learn something. I love training. Like I like the process of doing things. I love experimenting and figuring things out. So
I've got a quick
and
question.
Joseph said it here in his comment, kind of. Go ahead.
As far as training at different locations, at one location, have they told you how to do it one way, and then
we've got a little lag. Everybody, just stay with us.
Yeah.
Somewhere else, they show you or tell you a different way to do it.
Correct. And like anything, any good trainer will say, yes, I may teach you this way, but it's so many different ways to do it. That's why it's important when you're going over your match, like how do you take it this way? Do you take it this way or you take it this way? But and like experiencing that with different trainers, like I'm learning like an arm drag might look different, or someone might take it subtly differently and be trained a little differently, or a snap mare or something, or a headlock takeover. Like they are basic things, but somebody may do it a slightly different way, like the slightly different setup, or maybe have a different term to call things. Yeah, my other trainer, Jimmy Cicero, was talking about. He was talking to somebody during a match. He was having like, hey, I do this thing called snake drop kick. He's like, what? What in the world is that? He's like, yeah, I do the snake and then I drop kick. I was like, okay. So, I mean, yeah, it's, it's not the wrong way. It's just a different way.
Right.
And to go back to what you were talking about, the truer words, Dr. Tom Pritchard, your training may be done, but your schooling just begins after you finish up with him.
Oh, yeah.
And that's kind of, and another thing Dr. Tom taught everyone is we're talking about you booking at TWE, and then we're going to talk about you booking at AWF at their Wrestle Jam Festival here in a minute. Bookings kind of lead to bookings too, don't you think? The more your name's out, the more the bookings come.
Yes, 100%. And the big thing that my trainer have pushed, like when you show up, you greet everybody, ask what you can do, and not really say, okay, well, I'm a face. You always just say, hey, what do you want me to be? Especially now, like this early in my career, like I can go any direction. Yeah, it's about networking and connections, and I've seen like it will help you, and also like I've seen like how badly, like if you burn a bridge at one place, it can burn more bridges. Like you've done one thing wrong, and it can lead to like, oh, that person did this, and they don't want you to come back. And yeah, fortunately, just being female, there's a little more leeway, but I don't tend to I don't try to think of it that way, but yeah, it's wild how big your presentation is here. Like you want to come across as a willing individual, just because this market is so saturated. They like, oh, just because you could do all this stuff, if you're a turd in the locker room, we're not going to have you, you know?
So which do you prefer, face or heel?
I don't know. Both I love. So like, I was doing, I mean, I do heel in action. I love it. I'm all the people that have trained me, Adam, Barry, Cicero, Lutha, all are heels, and Chase, all are heels. So that's what I feel comfortable. Like I normally work face, but when I've worked heel, like it's just a natural tempo for me rather than the face. But I love working face tag teams. Like I can just, that just gets me fired up. Like I get way more energetic and I'll just do the craziest things. I think Monday we had like a little promo and I tossed the table and I picked up the table. I was like going to throw the table at them. Like it just, I don't know. I could do both and both are very, give me energy, make me happy.
When you're working, do you work face or heel according to the territory, or can you change in the own territory? Like TWE, one time you're a face, next time you're a heel, or and do you think?
I haven't changed in territory yet. When I've gone to a new territory, whoever is a face or heel, I just do the opposite, just because for me, I've done a face versus face and it just wasn't a great match for me. Like it's a hard to do. It's like psychologically for me. So that's what I've done so far. That's why, like, I mean, actually, when I showed up, the dude was a face, so like, it'll be easy for me to be a heel.
Do you think your next step in growing your character and getting outside of yourself is doing an in territory heel face change? To me, it seems like that brings out much dynamic in the person. You know, like when I watch WWE, screaming for Cody Rhodes to turn heel. You know, just because I'm a fan and I want to see that. And to me, like such a more psychological edge that you have to go from cheering me now, hate me now.
Yes, and we've talked about it at Rocket City just because I started there. I was based there. There's a storyline there. We've talked about it, me turning there and it being just wild because I'm such a big baby there.
And the last question, I'll come to you, Howie. Is there any way Mike Jackson at 77 could be a heel? I mean, Mike's got to be a face always.
I don't know. I don't think anybody. You've been doing it that long, but he's talented enough. I'm sure he can make it happen. Like he is the best storyteller. He can make it work.
Hey, Howie, while you ask Notorious some questions, I'm going to try to fix her lag. So I'm going to go off camera for a minute and work on her lag that's happening. So you take it for just a minute.
Yeah, no problem. Notorious BBJ. I love it. I love that name. When you got me off kilter I remember now what I was going to ask. It's a big deal right now because of the mixed matches that goes on, males against females and all that. On your personal side, how do you feel about that?
I don't have a problem with it. I mean, equal fights and equal rights, but it's entertainment, and I don't want to limit myself, because it's entertainment. Like some fans around here have gotten upset about it. I'm like I'm hitting them too, like sometimes harder. So again, I just emphasize it's entertainment.
Right.
Like we used to spin reality, so it's like I fought a skunk, like. Yeah, so it's, I mean, you can be whoever you want to be in that ring. You don't even have to identify as male or female. Like, you can be whatever, whoever you want. Like,
Yeah, you used to see a lot of mixed matches back in the day, but now time has changed and everything, and you just don't see them hardly anymore,
yeah,
especially on the higher level, I guess you could say, on TV. But
right.
around here, see, I'm in Alabama as well. So, I'm just about a 35 minute drive from Huntsville. So
Mhm.
so it I understand where you're coming from and what the other people are
Yeah.
doing, but
But also, like, I want it to make sense.
right,
Like, I'm fighting, like, say I'm fighting Cruel. Like, it doesn't make sense that I knock him out with a punch. Like, that's, like, I
right.
don't even want to make it just completely silly, but still believable. Like, I'll have to outsmart him. Like, exchanging blows with a dude that could easily knock me out. Nah. Like, just I want it to make still entertaining and still a little believable. Like, I'm faster, or, here, you take.
Common Use some common sense, basically.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that's a dying breed or whatever right now. The common sense is just not around no more.
Yes, like, yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff recently online of the things that people do. Like, but good for them. Like, you know, like, little sicko right now is getting real popular with what he's doing, and he's wrestled out of Rocket City, and he does those death matches. I was like, man, but he's getting booked now because of what he did. So
Right.
that's his thing.
Is uh is that something you've ever thought about doing? A
Yeah.
death match? No.
No,
Of
I'm
course.
extreme, but not that extreme.
Well, for anybody that didn't see the video that we had of you when we came on the air,
Mhm.
um, you're you. I feel like you can handle yourself in a real life fight against a male anyway.
Oh yeah, it's me. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not balling for that one. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm out. I'm out on that one.
when it comes to a real fight, I play dirty, very dirty. I don't anything. You bring a knife, I'll bring a dang bazooka. No.
That girl's a pro wrestler.
So it's early on. You've only been in it for 2.5 years
Yeah.
and everything. But what's been your best or most favorite match you've had so far?
Actually, recently when I did that tag match with Country Boy Coots at TWE, I think Saturday at TWE was my favorite match.
What made it your favorite match?
We just had good chemistry together, good chemistry with our opponents, and everything. The crowd was into it. Like, we hit everything we needed to. The pacing was great. It was very Southern style, like, and entertaining. So it
So,
was awesome.
oh, that's good. And I know this is a stupid question, but that's part of my job is to ask some of the stupid questions.
Okay.
But I know it's got to be difficult if you and your partner don't get along real well. But how difficult is it if you don't have the uh, um, can't think of the word the charisma the if y'all don't work good together, how difficult is it to do a match?
Ooh, it's tough. It's real tough. If you don't have a cooperative tag partner, um, yeah, you miss out on getting yourselves over, really, and it sucks. Like, you're not, uh, like, it's not in the best interest of anybody. Like, if you can't, like, put emotions aside, or it's not entertaining for you. It's not going to be good for your future. Not good for the booking. Like it just sucks.
Yes, thank you, Joseph. Joseph, chemistry. That's what I was
Yeah.
looking for.
Yes, chemistry.
I never took it in school, so that's why I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, and you can tell, like, audience can tell. Like, you can't fake everything.
Randy, I'll let you ask a few before I start asking my real questions.
Yeah, those next group is going to be tough. I'm telling you, you don't want, those. Hey, by the way, for everybody that's watching, we have a little lag. That's StreamYard itself, software where there's nothing I can do to clean it up. Everybody's got great connection, so just bear with us. You were talking just a little bit about what makes a good match. Now we kayfabed here. We don't know. We like to go and just be fans, and most of all, that's what Howie and I are, just fans. When you are having a great match, what does the fans give you and let you know about the match?
Oh, they're the sound, like listening to them. Like if I look up and they're looking at me, I know I have them. Otherwise, if they're looking at their phone, then I no. No, I'm like, oh God, let's take us home. This sucks. Like we're in a time where like the phone is king, like if I can't keep your attention, then why am I here? Like, why are you here? Why should you pay money to see me?
And that can go from, I've been at WrestleMania matches where I got lost in it. It wasn't entertainment. And I've been in a crowd of 5 people and been so enthralled. It's not necessarily the crowd size, but the involvement and the pop that you get, as Joseph says.
Oh yeah, the pop. Like that's why Crash Course at TW on Mondays, like it could be 5 people, it could be 15. You never know. It's a Monday night student show. Like there's not going to be any names you probably know. But yeah, but the people that do come, they are 100% fans, and they know that you're trying to work stuff out, and they're the best ones that just show up every week. And yeah, I don't care if it's those few, they give me it, and I'll put on a show for them.
All right, now I just contacted you out of the blue and was like, "Hey, I have a podcast. It's called It's Still Real to Me." I became a fan. I watch Rocket City. I always get the matches. I watch TWE. How valuable is it to have YouTube nowadays? And as you know, I'm a big indie fan. I'm a big local guy fan, and I find more people like you that I really become fans of, or Jamison Shook at TWE, or Lex Lee at AWF. It's a different world than the old TV days, but with YouTube, you can look at almost any local show at some level.
Yeah, it's game changer. Barry and Cicero have told me, like, when they first started, they had to mail VHSs of their matches to bookers. Like, otherwise, nobody knows who you are. Nobody, like, fans can't watch you. So YouTube has, and just social media, that's making the little clips, that's the biggest thing. Now that everybody's like, attention span's 15 seconds, like, getting content out that's free, that's huge. Like, people all over the world can watch me, Hey.
Hey, Notorious, I've got to make a public apology here to KC Kazana from NWAJC. KC, you know, hero. I put over Triple Mania all the time. Look, I'm even root for him just because you told me to. So, KC Kazana, you are my hero. See, you can make people mad even on the podcast.
Oh man.
Yeah, and wait, here in about 5 minutes he'll be talking about him being the president of the Evan Golden fan club.
President of the Evan Golden fan club. Thank you very much. Because Joseph's wife is the president, so I'm early enough on Notorious BBJ. I could be the president of the fan club.
Yeah.
So, nobody in my way. So, but I did. We are fans, and I come to you as a fan. I think you're very. We talked about your male-female match. but you're very believable in that role. Do you think to being in such great shape, which you are through your CrossFit, you too, Casey, you're in great shape. Do you think that helps you be more believable?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's another thing my trainers tell me, like, don't be a t-shirt wrestler. Like, be believable. Like, they don't want to see another fan looking person in the ring. They want to see a freak, basically. They want to see somebody like a superhero get on there. And yeah, CrossFit has, I mean, that's really what's helped me. Like, my ability is probably right here as a, like, technique wise as a wrestler, but if I can just look the part, I can fake it. I mean, like, this much faking it. Yeah, so it's, I mean, that is catapultingly huge, like, has really got me bookings is my appearance due to CrossFit for sure.
Howie, I'll come to you after this question. And by the way, one more shot at KZ Kazana. He trains with the NWA Women's Heavyweight Champion. I think we've got a contender here, KZ. You just need to,
yeah,
you need to talk about that a little bit offline. What is your goal? Do you see yourself someday standing across the ring from Kenzie Page or one of the other world champions? Is that the ultimate goal in the Notorious book?
Ultimate is WWE or AEW or New Japan. Like,
you would be interested in New Japan or one of the Japan promotions?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, that'd be the pinnacle.
Howie.
Yeah, like, that'd be pinnacle for me. So,
well, if you get there, I owe myself a trip to the Tokyo Dome. So the first time you headline it, make sure you let us know.
Wild. Wild.
Howie, for us to get to the Tokyo Dome, we probably need some help. So go ahead, sir. Your questions.
Yeah, Joseph asked one, and I was going to ask you anyway. What would be your dream match? But with you, it can be both ways, either with a man or a female. Let's make it harder. You got to give both answers, male and female. Which your two dream matches?
Oh my gosh. Immediate right now?
Any time in history.
Anytime. Right now, I want to wrestle Kenzie Page for sure. Like, that would be amazing.
KC?
Yeah, make it happen. Gosh, man. Trying to think. I mean, it'd be cool to get in the ring with Steamboat if he would get in the ring with me. Like, I worked his table 2 years ago and just like, man, this guy's awesome. He's like, you need to, like, are you doing what you love right now? And at the time, really, no. I was like, no, I'm just making money. He's like, you should probably do what you love.
And so I have to ask, how about Charlotte Flair? Would that be an ultimate match?
She, so I know her pretty well. She's an amazing athlete. That'd be huge. She is awesome.
Awesome.
Look, I'm just trying to book you in School of Morton against Kenzie. I can't get you all the way to WWE. Howie, so some of your
your walkout music. What do you what is it?
Currently, as a face, is Big Energy by Lotto and Mariah Carey.
You got one for a heel too?
I do. It has been Diva by Beyonce.
Awesome. Your ring attire, what makes you decide on what ring attire you're going to wear that night?
So face, or if I'm working like a middle school, I'll wear like almost like, it looks kind of CrossFit outfit, like light purple sparkles. And then heel, I got something that's got like chains on it, black silver and purple, so a little like more darker.
Kind of like a Rhea Ripley type outfit, I guess.
Yeah, it is very much like a Rhea Ripley.
Awesome. So before you get to the ring, what is your routine / superstition that you have to do?
Okay, so I usually will have like Sour Patch Kids, basically almost like I'm getting ready for a CrossFit competition. So I got a little candy, sour candies. I'm stretching. Say a prayer. I'm like, God, keep me safe or make it quick. And then I'll have one of the boys slap my back so hard, like so hard, like gets me going. Then I'm ready to go.
What about the slapping of the back? What is that? What makes you
So
get going with that?
So Chinese and Russian lifters will do it. It like wakens your system up, so it puts you in like fight or flight and gets you like ready to go. So that's what I do when I lift. That's what I do when I get in the ring.
Awesome. So after you get done wrestling and everything, how do you um, recover or recoup after a match?
Yeah, I go to weekly chiropractor and weekly PT. Like I do a lot of dry needling, a lot of stretching. I got like, I mean, my regular training kind of keeps me resilient to a lot of stuff. Yeah, depending on how bad the match was, like, but I mean, my style is pretty safe. So it's just like bruises here and there. Maybe the worst things happen at training. It doesn't ever happen in a match. Like matches are fine. The stupid stuff I'm trying in the training, like, because I'm not like on. I'm just like, oh, I'm just figuring this out, and I'm not like full sending it. So then that's when I mess up.
So after the match, you're heading out to the Waffle House. Something about the wrestlers and the Waffle Houses all the time. What is the meal you're going to order?
I don't. I don't. I am very strict on my diet. I'll
Oh,
either
you had sour whatever
yeah,
earlier. Now
yeah.
you're not going to eat at a Waffle House.
No, no. Best time to have a candy is while you're working out. Yes. So after you recover, you have some protein, like like protein bar, maybe a diet Sprite, and
So
then
you don't eat after a match, or what would you eat after a match?
I just a protein thing. Like I know a lot of wrestlers don't do that, but I mean, I'm fine.
So
I never have a problem with it.
okay, so I'm gonna ask you a few Judy questions, I guess. Kind of
Okay.
get a little bit personal now.
Okay.
Make a comment real fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
Our boy John has done called out half the school of Morton.
Oh, really? I'm about to take on the whole school, Morton.
Kenzie Page.
Kenzie Page.
Judy is calling you out. So let's just start with Kenzie Page. And then he calls out and tags Kristen Lee.
Christian Lee. Golly. Hey, I'm not the one saying it. I just said I want to wrestle them. I didn't say I was going to beat them. I just be awesome to be in a ring with them. That's all I said.
Squeaks the clown. and with Judy. And then to figure it up, he calls out the American Diesel dump truck. Judy said he can pin you. So listen, this ain't me. This ain't me. This is Joseph. That's his thing.
Yeah,
of course he's in shock. Nobody eats it. Go ahead, Howie.
So Judy, it sounds like you need to pack your bag and get ready to go to the SOM.
I guess so. I mean, I'll be there in 2 weeks.
So you better have your head on a swivel when you get out of your vehicle.
Open the door, get my ass beat.
Hey, too.
Yeah.
So when Judy's not CrossFit or wrestling, what does she like to do?
What do I like to do?
What do you like to do to relax?
Come here. One of them right here. them here. So I got lots of dogs. This is one of them. Take care of my dogs. This is Dolly. I got. Yeah, I got.
Go ahead. So,
a husky puppy, Shania. I've got another mastiff. Her name is Reba. I've got chickens, a tarantula. So I just take care of my babies. Yeah, I work on my cars that I have. I got like an old Jeep, old Tacoma. Yeah, I just like outdoor stuff, fixing things. I like to make crazy meals to meet my macros. Seeing what, like tonight I had like peanut butter, Cool Whip, and pickles. It just sounded good to me. So I just, experiment in the kitchen.
I'm a fat guy, and I'm not sure if I could eat that or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if it crosses my mind to try it, I'm like, I want to eat that. Like, we had all those locusts here this summer, and I ate one. So I was curious. What? Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, I ate one with honey. Like, it can't be that bad. People all over the world eat bugs.
That was on your Facebook.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when Judy's out working on her cars and playing with her dogs, what type of music she gonna be listening to?
Oh gosh, I love music. Yeah, that's another hobby thing I have. I love all sorts of music. Lately, it's been metal, country, rap, pop, all of it. One of my favorite bands right now is Bill Murray, and they've done some metal and country mashes together. It's been awesome. Yeah, so that's what I'm into right now. But yeah, I love concerts. I love like American songwriters. Big Jason Isbell fan. Drive-By Truckers. Yeah.
I'm really scared to ask this next question, but what would be your favorite meal? I mean, after you ate locusts and everything else, I don't know. I'm kind of scared to ask.
I love French fries. Love French fries.
Who's got the best fries?
The best fries? Oh gosh. I like Burger King fries a lot. I like Chick-fil-A fries. Arby's fries. Wendy's fries with the Frosty. Like their Baconator fries are great. Yeah. Like when I eat trash, I love it. Like I love trash. I love trash food. Yeah, I'm not hard to please in that part.
Speaking of fries, I just started eating the groovy fries from the Sonic, and I really like them.
Oh.
I don't know why, but I do. But take a drive through at a Sonic real quick and try those out one day. See what you think.
Yeah.
So, how often do you have, I guess, cheat days or whatever? As far as I'm pretty sure you're on a pretty strict diet. So, how often do you have cheat days?
Don't really have any. I really enjoy what I eat. Like, I'll have, if I'm craving something, I can like make it meet my meal plan, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not really cheating. Like maybe I'll go over calories here and there. Like I won't necessarily deny myself so much. But lately I haven't wanted to. I know people are like, oh, what a weirdo.
We have cheat days every day. It's more like which day do you actually eat something green, and it's like, if we find a green M&M, that's our green food.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'm on a green bean kick. I don't know. I love it.
You ever tried them in an air fryer?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Howie, we've got we've got a whole shoot going over here with Angela Holiday that starts with who's
Me. I'm Judy.
And when Joseph that Judy's going to be somebody's, and this goes on for a while. So Judy, when you get off this podcast, find it. And there, I think you're booked for a 2 out of 3 falls match up at School of More.
That's awesome. Well, I'll just stay the whole week then. My goodness. Bring my work laptop and work there.
Joseph points out that this person will find out who you are at the Cobra Strikes Back event. So,
all right.
Go ahead, Howie. This is better than WWE in the comments right now.
It's going to be fun. I can't wait.
Judy, when you become the SOM champ, remember where it started at.
Y'all. I'll remember that. We'll see. We'll see. I'll do whatever they want me to do. That's my motto. I'll do whatever they want.
So here's my last hard-hitting question real quick. Did you fill out a bracket in the NCAA tournament? If so, is it busted or not?
Oh, yeah. I didn't even fill one out.
Did you not? Okay.
No.
Go ahead, Randy.
But a big Roll Tide. Big Roll Tide anyway. Oh, get that hat off.
You see right
I
here
do.
on my shoulder.
I saw that.
The bear.
One of the people on this podcast is a Tennessee graduate. I won't tell you which one it is. So.
Both my parents graduated from Alabama, so we are Roll Tide.
That's okay. I love Alabama. It's just not the University of Alabama. I love the state of Alabama. That's where I'm retiring to.
We're gonna be neighbors when he retires.
Do what? Oh, I'll still be going to Knoxville.
I know, but I said we will be neighbors when you retire, though.
Do what?
When you retire, we will be neighbors.
Yes, we will, because I'm pulling a trailer up to your house. That way we won't between podcast. By the way, your dog is beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. She is the most rotten one out of all 3 of them. She is the baddest.
You've got a lot of dates we want to go over real fast.
Yeah.
Let's start with that I think is, for me, is really super important because it's your first appearance with AWF, I believe.
Yep.
And our friend League, the Lover Boy. When he refers to himself as the Lover Boy, just don't pay no attention. Just that's Lex.
Mm-hmm.
But 2-night Wrestle Jam, highlighted with of course, Moose from TNA is going to be there. On the second night, you're wrestling, and that's on the 17th.
Yes.
And on that night, female opponent. Have you ever wrestled her before?
I have not. She looks like it's going to be fun. Looks like we can put on a show together.
Have you wrestled these conventions and cons before? Because they're so much, to me, they're the ultimate fun. You have a huge crowd. You have somebody like Moose walking around it. You really draw a unique crowd.
Oh, yeah. The only one I've done is Rocket City Wrestling Con. And, yeah, they bring all the people. And it's so, the energy's awesome. Everybody's having fun. I love them.
And there's a couple more dates that you have. I know you've got a date set up at TWE, and I thought you said you had a Spartan date set up.
I don't have Spartan. It's been conflicting with some other dates. So April 12th, I have, it's called Sink or Swim. It's TWE's one of their biggest shows of the year. So I guess everybody's doing their big show. So April 12th, TWE. Then Rocket City has our biggest show of the year, May 3rd. And then I have May 17th is Lex's show. And then April 30th, I'll be in Nashville for a Lucha Libre show.
The Lucha Libre show stands to be kind of crazy. I think there's a lot of people gearing up for that show in Nashville.
Yeah.
Are you going to put on a mask, or will you wrestle as yourself, or
Again, whatever they want me to do, I'll do. I'll do whatever they want.
It's kind of, you're one of those. It's kind of hard to cover with a mask. Everybody knows who it is.
Yes. Like yeah. I've got some pretty recognizable tattoos. I mean, I'll put on a mask if they want me to, but I've never wrestled in a match. I've heard they are harder than you think. Like not being able to breathe as well and talk.
Have you? And I knew this one was coming. Have you been to New South yet, or is that someplace that you haven't been?
I have not been there yet. I may show up Sunday. You may see me.
Well, Dump Sanders, you're getting tagged, so you might book her.
Yep, it's in my backyard, so I'm gonna see some of my friends there. Maybe do a match. I don't know.
They was at the Huntsville Havoc game last Saturday night. Yeah, it was wrestling night.
Big show. It was an awesome crowd. They were wrestling on the ice for some part of it.
Yeah, my daughter sent me a text and said, "Hey, have you ever heard of this?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, we've had some of the guys on before."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, they're here." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, I was in Orlando. There wasn't nothing I could do about it." But anyway, she said she enjoyed it.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's cool doing, a huge venue and people that are there to see just be entertained, like sports. So hockey and wrestling go hand in hand.
Ron Fuller would testify to that. Of course, he went from owning minor league hockey teams. You have some merch too that we want to get out, and where can we find that?
So I've got some 8x10s selling them for $20 signed and mailed. I've got the sheet of pictures on my Facebook. Just DM me what number you want and I'll mail it to you. On my Instagram, there's a link tree on my profile if you want t-shirts. I also sell stickers and patches. I'll sell them at my shows, but if you want one, just message me and I'll sell them for the patches for $8 and stickers for $2. So just message me.
And of course, the signed 8x10s in your wrestling gear. There's some great pictures in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my PT did them. So we went to a studio in Huntsville, Black Umbrella, and she did an awesome job, and it was a lot of fun.
One more question, and Howie, I'll let you have. Well, first of all, just go ahead and we'll contact you in about 3 months, and we'll book you up again because the people we like, we just make them keep coming back.
Yeah,
that's how we just keep rotating them around. It's how we've had Evan Golden so many times. And I don't know how I ended up being his vice president, but I'm not bitter over that fact or anything. But please come back and see us again. And
yes,
you guys promote anything you want to put out there, send it to us. Our website is your website. Use it anytime.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, you're more than welcome, and thank you for the time. Thank you for being here. And Howie and I always Howie generally asks this, but I'm going to ask it tonight. KC again. Let's get him out here.
He's calling you out.
I'm waiting on the movie release. I mean, Triple Mania is coming out. Me and Joseph are talking about having you and different studios from Michael Gabriel, and you're always welcome, KZ. You're my hero anyway, buddy. Just remember that. Would you like to recognize some people that got you started in the business and just kind of shout them out and tell folks that are interested in the business where they could go to get some training?
Well, my trainers Barry Koloff and Jimmy Cicero at Rocket City Championship Wrestling. That is where I have started. It's not easy, but he'll get you where you need to go. Like, get a great foundation. That's what every promotion I've been at, like, you have good foundation. So credit to them.
While we're talking, I need to shout out the School of Morton trainers, Casey Kazana, Kenzie Page, and of course, you can go there and get some of the finest training. And the Cobra Strikes Back coming. Those dates were, I think, April 4th with Santino Morella. Thank you for bringing that up. That saved me right there, I think. Howie, what do you got to close us out tonight? And we do really from the bottom of our heart. Thank you for the time.
No, thank y'all. It's been fun.
Yes. Thank you so much for the time. Your home promotion is Rocket City in Huntsville. When's your next show there, and where is it actually at?
So it is technically it's in Hazel Green behind Cosmos Fitness. So if you Google Cosmos Fitness in Hazel Green, it'll point you straight there. Just the warehouse is behind the gym. So it's been awesome because you before your match, you can actually get an awesome pump because there's so many machines there. It's really spoiled me. Let's see. The next time I am there, well, the 29th, I'll be there for a Braid and Tune show. And then April 19th will be a Rocket City show I'll be on. Yep.
Awesome. Now, you gave shout outs to who got you into the business and everything. Just give a shout out to anybody you want to.
A shout out, Adam Priest has helped me tremendously. Got me into TWE. Luther X has helped me a lot. Helped me with my heel stuff and some sweet little combos. Chase Owens, my single match, that was awesome. Yeah.
So, anybody in your personal life you want to give a shout out to?
My Rocket City CrossFit. That's my family. Other than my real family, but this is my second family. If y'all ever want to try, there is a free class on my Instagram. Just message me if you're in the area. In CrossFit's for anybody who wants to try. We've got kids. We've got our oldest member is, I think, 74, 73. So it doesn't matter the skill level, any limitations, we can work around it. Personally, I try to make it fun, and you don't have to just go balls to the wall you see these games athletes do. It gets a bad rep, but it's really just group fitness. It keeps you accountable. We're just a family community, just like wrestling. We just want to get better every day.
Well, when you said if you want to try it, it's not me, it's the viewers out there. The you as in the viewers, not us two.
I just hop into your local box. They will be happy to have you. Doesn't matter. You just got to start somewhere,
Yeah. I don't know. I worked hard to get this big. I worked too hard to get this big. I got too much invested.
All right.
You got me tongue-tied. Just I've invested more, I think, because I'm 340. Hey, thank you again.
You're welcome.
If anybody on Notorious BBJ, come to RiverCity-Media. We've got matches linked right now, and we are so grateful to have her here. And shout out to the guys at Rocket City and TWE and everybody that's been a part of her journey. So for Howie Chaney, for Randall Cunningham, for the star of the show, the Notorious BBJ, it's still real to us. Good night. Safe journeys.
Thank you.